Hey y'all, this is SC Southern Style again. I'm going to be bringing you a quick Terran tutorial since most of you watching these videos are probably close friends who are just learning the game. So what I'm going to do is bring you a couple of videos kind of explaining some strategy behind each of the three races. In the last video I showed you the Protoss 4-gate. In this video I will be showing you the kind of basic Terran build with Marine Marauder and Medevac. This is the pretty much standard when it comes to Terran. Like I said in the last game, hotkeys, huge deal. Hotkeys will make the difference of whether you win or lose, so knowing the hotkeys is a big deal. For Terran, the hotkey for your worker or SCV is S. Easy one to remember there. It's the first letter of their name. For Supply Depot, it is also S. So it's just real quick, just S to build SCVs, and then whenever you get a Supply Depot, just BS, build, and then S for Supply Depot. Barracks is a B. So that one is also fairly easy. So there was a patch a while back where you had to build a supply depot before you could build a barracks. So here we're going to throw down the barracks. Actually, that's kind of horrible placement for my barracks, but we're going to leave it for the time being, just because I didn't want to lose much time sending that SCV out to build it down here or something. This is a two-player map, so don't need to scout. My opponent will be over here. He is random, however. I don't know what race he is. So right now, like in the last game, just go ahead and get your economy going, get your worker count up. We're going to go ahead and build a refinery here. Start working on getting some gas, because I was pushing E there. I'm used to Protoss. One of the big things for this race is getting those Marauders, which do require gas. So right as soon as your barracks gets done, what you want to do is transition your command center into an orbital. You might think that you're losing SCV time here, but really what you're gaining is the ability to use mules, which, for those of you who don't know, mules are very, very valuable. So where Tech Lab's not quite ready, so I'm going to produce another Marine out of there. Let's go ahead and build another barracks. You want to get about 2 barracks, maybe even 3. I want to build that Tech Lab as soon as possible. So there's the orbital. I want to drop down some mules, keep working on getting the economy up. So there we go. Now I can get the Tech Lab. You really want to plant your barracks to where you don't have to lift off and move it, but unfortunately I planted it too close to the refinery there, so I had to move it. Again, watching my supply, cannot emphasize that enough. You gotta watch your supply. That's a key factor in this game. You get supply blocked, it could be life or death here. So let's go ahead and build a second refinery down here. So getting some supply depots, gonna be churning out some Marines here. Alright, Tech Lab is done. Going to go ahead and build Marauders out of here. Marauders are the 2nd infantry unit for the Terran. And what you want to research is this stem pack right here. Stem pack is a huge upgrade. I would say it's probably the most crucial upgrade that Terran have. So you want to get that going as soon as possible. So getting my gas up. Gonna go ahead and throw down another mule. Mules really increase the income of the Terran. So let's go ahead and can't quite build a factory yet. So let's go ahead and get another refinery going. You want to always make sure that your unit producing buildings are always producing units. Alright, so let's go ahead, throw down the factory. I'm going to show you a nice little trick to do whenever the factory finishes. and able to, in order to get those medevacs out that much sooner. What you do is you build your reactor with the factory so that you can basically, right as soon as you finish the starport, reactor's done, lift off and land it on that reactor. The reactors take a very long time to build, so that's why we do that little trick to get the reactors that much sooner. So right as soon as this factory finishes, we're going to be putting a reactor on there, because it takes 50 seconds for a reactor to finish, which is a really long time in game. So that's going to finish, throwing down the reactor. Going to throw down the starport right next to it. This is a key, because your starport has, these two buildings have to lift off to trade places, so you don't want to put them super far away from each other, or else you won't be able to, or else you'll be spending all your time flying it over there. One thing I will say, if you guys get a little bit bold and feel like you're getting the hang of everything, is I suggest getting an engineering bay for your weapon upgrades on your units. That's a huge benefit, especially late game. Your units start becoming more and more effective the more. Okay, so we got an engagement here, so my opponent is Terran. Alright, so here we go. Time for a reactor switch. Gonna throw down the reactor, and actually what some pros do is use this factory as a scout. Next, once your stim pack is finished, you want to go ahead and get the Marauder concussive shells. That's a very useful upgrade. As you can see, I'm kind of slipping on my macro here, not building units as quickly as I should. So I'm going to use this factory to kind of spot and see what's going on here. See if he's got any shenanigans or anything like that going on. So we're going to get a few more medvacs. As you can see, the medvacs are, of course, the healers. In a typical ladder match, it would be smart to put missile turrets behind your base just in case for any kind of harassment or anything like that. You will see harassment from some of the other players in the ladder matches. It's very common. So once you get a sizable force, which Marines and Marauders is a really good army to use, because the Marines can hit air, the medvacs repair or heal your units. So they're all around pretty robust. You want to continue to keep churning out units. And I like to use attack commands whenever I'm sending my units to do something, because if you use the regular just move command and they run into an opponent, they will not attack them. They will instead just move to there. So that is why I suggest everybody use the attack action, which is just hit A and then click somewhere on the map. So see, right as soon as that SCV comes in, they start attacking. So let's see if he's... Still haven't run into him yet. Let's go ahead. First thing you want to do... Oh, here we go. So we're going to stim up and take on this army. As you can see, medevacs being very cost effective here. Taking out all those tanks. Being able to push up into the main here with all these units. So we want to continue to produce units out of here. So that I can just keep my force coming, because I really don't want this force to die. If this force dies, I mean, he's going to be right in my base not too much later after. So just kind of using these units, putting the hurt on him. And this is the Marine Marauder map. This is the Marine Marauder ball. So the key to this is getting a couple of barracks
Research.
one with the tech lab, getting stim pack. Stim pack is very, very important. Getting medevacs, and eventually you want to work on getting upgrades. But you never want to stop your economy. You stop your economy, and see, I've slipped up here by leaving a bunch of energy for mules. So I needed to be using that energy as soon as it was coming, so that I could get more and more resources, so that my army would be bigger and bigger. So that was the Marine Marauder Ball. Pretty easy to use, kind of the basic Terran strategy. Getting stim pack, number one upgrade. After that, concussive shells, and then you can start working on stuff like the Marine shield and stuff that gives them 10 extra hit points. So that was the Terran strategy. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and this is SC Southern Style signing out.